morning. It's not actually morning for us, but we are.
It's like 2 p.m.
Yeah, we are in Antwerp. So we took the train here this morning from Ghent, which train was good.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
Yep. And then the rail station there is really pretty. We dropped our bags at our hotel for the night, and then we went and started adventuring. So we started at the Rubenshuis, which is like a house museum for Peter Paul Rubens. So I talked a little bit about like his life, some of
His stuff, his art collection.
Yeah. So there's some art by him, some art by his contemporaries, his students, things like that. It was really interesting. It was a little smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it was still good.
Yeah, it was okay.
And then we went and got lunch, got ramen, and then we were just here in the Cathedral of Our Lady. And I'll try and get a different shot of it. So it looks like they're doing construction on the spire, and so you can see the spire a little bit better in other places. But
Very tall.
it is very tall.
That's my contribution.
It was beautiful inside. They had a couple like little chapel-y places inside it and everything, and a lot of works by Rubens in there, which was really cool.
Big paintings.
Really big paintings. Organ, all that fun stuff. So I think that's it for so far today, but up next we're going to go to another museum.
Yep, we're going to keep on exploring.
All right, see you then. So we just went to the Plantin-Moretus Museum, and it was another like house museum, but this one was less house, more like the printing shop and things. Yeah, so it was all about their printing empire. We saw some of the oldest printing presses.
The oldest.
The oldest surviving. The oldest surviving, right? So it's not the oldest printing press, but the oldest surviving. The printing press room really was giving me flashbacks to Liberty's Kids. Oh. It's Ben Franklin. Oh yeah, and then of course the other printer currently in mainstream television, in Outlander. The main guy Jamie is a printer for a hot second. So, really brings me back. But it was really cool to see and informative, and I don't know, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do some walking around, taking some sights throughout the city. They're setting up for a Christmas market, but it's not here yet. And then this is the Steen. It's taking pictures. Very cool. All right, I told you I would get you guys a better view of the cathedral. There it is. There's your better view. But we're up here at the top of this museum. We didn't visit the museum, but you can come to the top and see this panoramic view of the city. So there's the water that we were walking along, and the, what is that called? Ferris wheel, which I showed you. Oh my gosh, Robert, Robert is messing with the pavers. Unsteady, I don't like it. So that's what we've been up to, but it's real pretty.
It's not on your website.
All right, Robert, give us your reviews of your beers.
All right, so this is the second beer I'm having, which you can kind of tell because I'm a little bit tipsy. This is the Vestmaal Triple. It is 9.5% alcohol. It's my second beer. So the first one I had was the St. Bernardus Apt 12, which is also a similar alcohol percentage. So I'm at least 3 or 4 standard American beers in. Anyway. This is a very, it's like very alcohol forward because it's 9%, but blonde beer, it's everything about an American beer turned up to like 11, 12, 13. Really good with food, I think. I'm obviously not drinking this on an empty stomach, which is also why I'm a little bit tipsy. But yeah, so this is probably a food beer, whereas the first one was a dark beer. Had a little bit more caramel flavors on the palate. So that would be a beer I'd drink maybe on its own or after a meal. Whereas this is something that I think would be best with, something fatty, helps cut a little bit the flavor. But both good, and both things that will be hard to get in the US. So.
There you go. There you have it, folks. I had wine. Not as exciting to review.
All right. So it's the morning of the next day. We're still in Antwerp. Chelsea got us out of bed bright and early to go to this special chocolate shop that she found online. Do you want to tell them about it?
Oh, I was just looking up chocolate shops in Antwerp, and this came up as one of the recommended ones because the chocolatier is known for doing kind of non-traditional pralines and things like that. And so Robert got some, and I figured he might like it a little more adventurous than the classic hazelnut.
So we have a couple of different options. I'll try this one first. It's a lime and rum sort of Brazilian-inspired one. I just asked the guy at the desk for recommendations, so he recommended a few of these. So.
Let's see the inside. Mmm.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna stand up so I'm not like looking up at you awkwardly.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Sure.
Oh, is it good? What's it taste like?
It's white chocolate. It's like a sort of sour inside.
Sure, I'll try. Not what I would pick, but like objectively it's good.
Yeah.
They also had in the shop, Robert found a chocolate shooter where you can put cocoa powder to snort. Mm-hmm. So that's fun.
It had a picture with the guy demonstrating it and everything. So, if you ever want to do that with cocaine or your other favorite powdered substance, I guess you could also.
No, it's exclusively for chocolate.
That's what they say.
All right, folks, so we are back in Brussels and we are in the cutest little hotel. We're on the second floor, which means we're on the third floor for us Americans. So, and there was no elevator, so 2 flights of stairs. So that was an adventure for Chelsea in my big bag. But look at how cute. Wait, let me. Little bathroom. I mean, the bathroom is actually really nice. Oh, towel warmer. But there's a little hot plate and a sink and a little kitchen area and then a bedroom. Say hi, Robert. Little armoire. And it looks out onto a little courtyard. So fun. So this is a fun little place to be for the night, or 2 nights. Last couple days in Belgium. All right, we're gonna go get some lunch. Oh, you know what? We didn't mention anything about our morning.
Oh yeah.
So we took the train back to Brussels, rather. And we went to Cantelon.
Yes.
Brewery, and they had a little self-guided tour, and it was all about lambic beers. Mm-hmm. So you want to share anything about that, Robert?
Yeah, so it's beer, essentially, I guess, like if sourdough bread had an equivalent in beer. Because all of the beers that are made that we are familiar with are done with like commercial yeasts, and they're very tightly regulated, like which species of yeast and how much they add, so that the product is consistent. But this one, they just kind of put it in a room overnight, and they were like, okay, cool, whatever yeast ends up in the beer from keeping it overnight will be the yeast that is used to brew the beer.
Yeah. In the self-guided tour, there was one part where they were like, we can't say for certain how old the beer is or is not, but we can say on average 3 years old. I was like, okay.
And they age it in like wooden casks like wine, and then they blend it together like wine as well. Yeah, so it's very different. Apparently this was how all beer was made until the advent of pasteurization and kind of industrial food and beverage making. It's very different. Chelsea, did you like it?
We had a little tasting. It wasn't carbonated, which I enjoyed, or like
Very lightly carbonated.
it was. I think natural carbon. Like there was CO2 from the continued fermentation, not from someone adding air, right? So I don't love carbonation, so that was nice. But it just confirmed for me that the flavor of beer is not my preference. Although I will say the second one that we had, which was the like traditional lambic, right, was probably my favorite, and probably, I mean, again, I don't like beer, but probably the best beer that I've had. So maybe if I were to start drinking beer, I should start with something like that.
Well,
but I'm gonna stick
pretty
to
difficult to find this
ciders
stuff in the
and
US,
wine. So I'm not gonna start drinking beer. Don't worry, folks. Hello.
yay!
So we've been bad about updating. You also have mayo in the corner of your cheek. So we've been bad about updating. Yesterday, let's see, where did we leave off?
Last thing we did was Cantillon?
Yeah. So we did to the Cantillon Brewery with the lambic beer, which we told you about, which I took to a hotel. We went and got lunch at this Arabic restaurant. Lunner, really.
Yeah, like 3 o'clock.
So much food. It was so delicious, though. And then we just like walked around, went to a bunch of chocolate shops, got chocolates to take home with us as gifts, as souvenirs for ourselves. Got another waffle. This time I got chocolate. Robert got the Nutella with strawberries. I ended up finishing his plate, which normally at
Never
meals,
happens. Yeah.
Robert is finishing my plate. So that was funny. And yeah, they, then we just kind of relaxed at home. And then today we went to this Basilica of, I can't say it, but it's the neighborhood, right?
Sacred Heart.
Oh, that's not what it's called.
Sacred Heart Basilica of Kokoberg.
Of Kokoberg, okay. That's what I kept seeing, is the Basilica of Kokoberg. I didn't see
Yeah.
the Sacred Heart part. And it's like in an Art Deco style. So it's very different on the inside than the churches we've been to the past week. So that was really cool to see. And then we went and just got sandwiches. And now we're going to a spa to tap out for the last day of our vacation. Sit in some saunas. I'm getting a massage. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So we probably will not see you there because why would I bring a camera to a spa? But maybe we'll see you afterwards. Bye. All right, guys, it's our last day in Belgium. And where did we have to go but McDonald's? You know it. We got macarons. And look, they come in this cute little box. So fancy. So we have, well, I don't know how we're gonna tell. One of these is caramel and one of them is speculoos, vanilla and chocolate. Let's start with the chocolate. First of all, let's see, come on, focus. Well, you'll have to trust me. It looks good. It's fine. Not good. Or not great, but like not bad. Better than I could make. You know? Okay. If I were grading this, I would give it a solid B. I'll show you vanilla, more subtle taste required for this one. Vanilla is also good. Here's a fun fact that I learned about macarons. The actual cookie part doesn't have the flavor, it's just the filling. But they dye them the different colors to match the flavors, but the filling has the flavor of the cookie, does not? A good vanilla is a little harder to do, so I will give this one a B+. All right. One of these is caramel, one of these is speculoos. We're just gonna shoot our shot, see what we get. This must be speculoos. I don't prefer that. Let's move on to the caramel. Oh, it's like almost gingerbready. Interesting. No, I think the chocolate and the vanilla are my favorite. So there you have it, folks. I don't know why, but I've been saying that lately. In any case, those are the McDonald's macarons that I bought here in Belgium, and it was worth it. €3 for 4 macarons. Pretty good. Can't complain. Good midnight snack. Next up is going to be trying to repack everything because we leave Belgium bright and early tomorrow morning, so gotta make sure everything's gonna fit. Bye!